Round 3, heat number 2, features world number 1, Tyler Wright, as she was just talking about how much it means to her to wear the Jeep yellow jersey in competition, showcasing to her peers, her competitors, and to the whole world that she is number 1. Always so cool to hear from the legendary Jerry Lopez, as he always has his hands involved in making the most coveted trophy at the Pipe Masters. As we look at Tyler Wright, late takeoff, coming into this open face with a ton of speed. Solid form on the front side snap, power gouge off the lip. Tyler now closing this one out further down the line through massive turns, no mistakes. Tyler Wright on fire. Here comes the answer from Laura Enever. Sits on that first snap. Speed flow, nice and fluid, looking for something big. Connects off the lip, but can't come down with it.
On the flip side of the coin, Laura Enever found it really hard to try and get that board pivoting. Let's have a look at Tyler, free fall drop. She pumps around the section. Watch this opening turn, just lets the wave have it. And again, right there, just powerful surfing and through the lip. So 3 solid maneuvers. It's got to be an excellent score.
Then in comparison, what happened to Laura?
Well, you can see Laura just not, as she's riding down the line, she's finding it hard to get that board to really come back around. Right there, she sort of didn't quite tag it. It was almost caught in between down the line and trying to sort of cut back, and she was in 2 minds, didn't really commit to either one of those.
I've been working on my equipment a lot this year, and it's easy to find a good board. Like, every board is working good because the wave is so good, so it's kind of tricky actually to know exactly which one is good, like especially with those conditions, wind and no wind. Like, we're not here a lot before, so we can't see very like all the conditions, but I guess I had a little bigger board because of the wind, and yeah.
And it was kind of an important result for her. She's trying to get that rhythm of consistency back after getting knocked out in round 2 in Huntington Beach. During the interview, Tyler Wright got going.
Yeah, she absolutely destroyed this little wave here. You know, obviously dropping that 8.5 on wave number 1. Wave number 2, a little bit different, so a little bit longer. It's allowing her just to rattle some turns off. You can see her throwing that variety in there, really utilizing every aspect of the judging criteria. Combination of major turns with that power.
Almost didn't mind. Now it's going to sting throughout her career if she doesn't take that top honor. Now watching Laura. She's got a lot of speed to use on this one. She'll trim that big whitewater section and go hard off the bottom. Big layback hack.
That was better.
That was an impressive turn, and she had a huge section to work with.
You know what? That's commitment right there. You've got to commit to your turn, and that wave number 1 of hers, the 2.83, didn't really commit to a turn.
Now watching Sage Erickson, frontside carve. Big swing in the pocket, using that rail well, and she'll step off. So a totally different contrast to waves here. Tyler just blowing up, using that power gouge. Laura getting a little bit progressive with that big layback hack.
That one single turn. Let's have a look. It's sort of a bigger set wave. You can see her trimming high, not really going down to the bottom of the wave. Now she builds that speed, tags it perfectly right in that. So as that whitewater sort of converged on each other, there was just a perfect spot for her to crack it. Look at that, clean open face, laying that board all the way over on the rail. Perfect technique right there. Timing was absolutely fantastic as well, just jamming it in the pocket. You know, Laura Enever, she's got some power, let me tell you. And that maneuver right there is going to be a good score for her.
Impressive control on that layback. How about Sage Erickson?
All right, Sage on the wave right behind, a little bit smaller, a little bit cleaner. Just milking it all the way through the inside, and then just because of that white water from the wave before made it really tricky, and sort of bounced her off on that inside section.
So proud of that victory for a couple of reasons, but one, she was on her own, just kind of taking care of herself, far from home, and kind of with a crazy deadline to get here in time for this event. And she managed it well, all on herself. She was super proud of that accomplishment. First time in her career. And now Tyler was the one just absolutely dominating with 3 wins. Wright's up again. A lot of solid energy out of Tyler Wright. Full roundhouse cutback. And she'll hop out. Doesn't really need to do too much.
That contest.
Oh, amazing. That shot of Tom Curran, shot by Tom Surveys, just imprinted in our minds. Tom Curran's watching this heat. He surfs with Sage all the time up north. Erickson looking for a section to work, but she ends up throwing that one away.
Getting the heat analyzer out and working out why that happened, you know, learn from it.
Laura Enever digging in. She's comboed so she can go for broke. She's got plenty of speed. She'll lay down a beautiful frontside arc. Some speed to burn. She'll slam on the brakes. And this one's trimming beautifully. It actually has a smooth canvas in front of her. Another high line wrap for Laura. Let's see her have some fun with a finishing move. A little layback just to change up the flow and rhythm, and she's out.
Solid 8 foot plus, maybe 10 footers. Just big barreling right hander in the middle of nowhere. Scary stuff. Laura Enever from North Narrabeen, Sydney's northern beaches. Just milking this one all the way through there. The Finns just didn't want to set on that turn. A nice wraparound. There's that cutback we talk about, Joe, with it bounces off the white water, gets that speed. It sort of almost slingshots you back out on the open face and just gives you that speed, keeps that sort of down the line momentum. That was a good wave right there from Laura Enever. You've got some super talented human beings. These guys are born athletes. Here we go.
Tyler now just having a ride in after such a stellar performance. She is flying into the quarterfinals. Remember, Tyler hasn't ever won this event here at Lowers, so she's trying to take this one out for the first time. Big difference, though, this season. She's #1 in the world. 17.57 total for the Australian as she moves on.